Hey everybody, good morning especially and good evening over here in South Korea. Hey, welcome to a brand new show of the Daily Mind podcast, people. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, super excited for this show. Shout out to everyone waking up this morning, getting off of work, getting ready to go eat, go to sleep, play video games, whatever you got going on after work. Go do what you need to do, man. Hey, and then for those who are waking up, challenge yourself. Be better than you were yesterday. I know that sounds corny and cliche, but I mean it. I really do mean it. But in any case, welcome everybody to a brand new show of the Daily Mind podcast. What a weekend this was on this show, man. I mean, this weekend was something else. I was sitting there listening to one of the shows that we did, and boy, these shows were insane this weekend. Insanity. Unhinged. But I'm going to get a little bit into that real quick because I believe in the podcast history, for the first time, I was looking back at it, this is the first time we have done 3 consecutive 3-hour shows back to back to back. I kid you not. That has never been done on the history of this show. We've done 3-hour shows. We've done 3.5-hour shows. I believe we also did a 4-hour show one time, but we never did 3 shows back to back more than 3 hours. This is the first. And I was like, man, we were really we were cooking this weekend. And boy, these shows were edgy, and knock on wood, we made all 3 shows with no complications. None. It was one of the best shows I truly believe we've done so far this season, and in a while, all our panels were filled up on TikTok. We do this show live on TikTok, and all the panels were filled up. All 3 shows back to back. Never has happened. It hasn't happened in a while on this show, and it's amazing. Had a lot of fun. We had new guests on here. Of course, my regulars on the show. They put it all together, and we just had a lot of fun, man. And all 3 episodes, all 3-hour episodes is available now to listen to on whatever platform you listen to podcasts. Primarily Spotify is where I post, but it's distributed among all different platforms in case you want to see exactly what the hell we be talking about on this show. Or you can follow me where we post clips and everything on this show just to kind of get an idea on how unhinged and how much of the envelope we push on this platform. But anyway, shout out to everybody, man. Had a lot of fun this weekend. Father's Day weekend. We made history on the Daily Mind podcast, and we're just going to keep going. We're 15 episodes away from doing 700 original episodes. I've counted, including bonus shows, I think we're at almost 750 shows that we've done. But as far excluding the bonus shows, we are almost at 700 episodes of the Daily Mind podcast. 3.5 years in, almost 700 episodes. It's a milestone. A lot of people think doing a podcast is easy, which it is in a sense, but it can be discouraging. A lot of people think it's one of those get-rich-quick schemes. You just jump on and you're going to get an audience. You're going to make money. Trust me. No, it took me 3 years to get to this point, and I'm just scratching the surface. 3 years it took to get to this point. Now I have a whole crew that is with me that helps put this show together. I'm no longer doing this by myself anymore. It's a whole crew. It's a whole production when it comes to this. A lot of people, they do their shows on here, but they don't stream it. It just goes on TikTok and that's it. No, we go beyond TikTok on this show. And we're going to continue to try to do it. But again, we just got to keep consistent. I got Mikey on the live, one of our prestige guests and somewhat honorary member of the Daily Mind podcast. I think Mikey, as controversial as you may come off, I think you earned the spot on this show, Mikey. What's going on? Good morning. I can't believe you're up this early. It's insane.
Yeah, 6:13 in the morning. I told you only get about 3 hours, maybe 4 hours of sleep. So it's good.
Healthy. That's not healthy.
Not even the slightest. It works. It works for me. I don't know.
I know. Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe it's sleep insomnia. I don't know. I don't really know what that is. People say that, but I don't really know. It is what it is.
I don't know either. I mean, there's only one way to find out. I guess that's how we just got to see it. But I mean, you got to try to get some sleep. I know me. I can function off of 5 hours of sleep. On average, I'm getting maybe 5.5, if I'm lucky, 6 hours of sleep. But I mean, who the hell is really getting sleep nowadays? We got screens in our face everywhere we go. It's kind of hard to put the phone down before you go to bed. You always got to constantly keep checking your phone. That blue light is constantly keeping you up. Who the fuck really sleeps nowadays?
I have blue light glasses for that. But
Right.
it's like, I don't know. I can't go to sleep without noise. I know that. I can't sleep without any noise. Like, I have to have, but it's a habit from when I was a kid, though. So, like, I can't really have, because used to, like, okay, a lot of people used to come to my house for, like, certain things.
Yeah.
So, like, as I got older, I can't go to sleep. If it's, like, quiet, I gotta put something on the phone and I have to fall asleep to it, or TV.
I used to be like that too. I could go to sleep now. I could put the fucking phone away and that's it. But I used to also go to sleep to jazz music. Back in New York, they had this radio station. It was called CD 101.9, and that shit was so nice to go to sleep to. Now I can, I look at the phone probably no more than about 5 or 10 minutes, and I just put that shit away. I'm going to bed. Boom, boom, done. It's out of there. But
Yeah.
shit, Mike, I'm surprised you up. I don't think we're gonna do a 3 hour show, but we did make history on this podcast. 3 consecutive 3 hour shows. It's never been done before. I even looked back at it to see, and honestly, it's never been done. I was like, there has not been a period in this show where we have done 3 consecutive shows back to back, 3 hours long. Have you listened to any of the shows from this past weekend?
Yeah, I've listened to the last 2, like not the one that we did yesterday, but I gotta listen to that one. But
Oh
yeah,
my
the
God.
past 2.
This shit is unhinged, bro. That shit had me rolling in the car. Everything was just recorded. Everything would sound clear, sound good. It was just like, what the fuck are we doing with this show, man? We're pushing
Yeah,
the
I gotta
limits.
listen to some of the things I said. So, because when you hear yourself, later on, you feel like I could have said this better. But
Yeah, I'm that way
last show,
too.
I don't think I really messed up that much. But
Well,
I
I
have to
mean,
check.
do you ever laugh off the shit that you said on this show? Like actually hearing yourself say these things? Like, do you
You know,
ever laugh and be like,
that's one thing. I sometimes I don't even believe that's me saying that. I was like, no way I said that. Like,
believe it,
it's
believe it.
so
I was
funny.
there. I
Yeah.
was there. We were all there. That was all you right there. Like,
Well,
I
I
know
don't
it took me.
believe, like, especially when I had said, what did I say that one time? It was like
You,
something about like women shouldn't do something. I fucking
you
died.
said women shouldn't be in the workplace, and I was like, oh shit. I was listening to that this afternoon on the way home, and I was like, this man really went there. I was like,
I
oh
don't
shit.
believe I'll be saying that. I don't believe it's me sometimes, but it is what
Well,
it
I
is.
mean,
It
I
is
guess
me, but I just can't believe I said it.
I can believe you said that. I mean, just it took me a while to get used to the idea of hearing myself, because I used to hate the way I sound, and things of that nature. And it took me a while. Now I can listen to myself. Like I've listened to almost every single episode of this show. I'm still a few months. I'm still listening to the show. Like I'm somewhere in the 20 or something season. But I'm listening to this and I'm just so used to it. You know what I mean? Like all the
Yeah.
episodes where you first appeared and everything. Like, yeah, it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I got Ampy in the chat too, and she's also sitting behind me, my co-producer and wife in the background. So I think today's gonna be a lighter show. It's early in the morning, and of course you know what time it is. Mikey, today's episode is about Starbucks. This was actually inspired by you because you seem to have a very big dislike for Starbucks. Now, why is it again you don't like Starbucks?
Before just Starbucks, it's another competitor that has just dropped. Crumble Cookie, we have to take them down too.
Crumble? Oh, come on. Crumble
Did
Cookie?
you know they just released this fucking drink? I've never had Crumble Cookie in my life. I mean, I've seen people around me have had it, but I don't mess with the stuff that's like high calories, because I feel like if it's meat, okay, meat is different because natural is meat, but if one cookie is that many calories, something is wrong, right? But we're not going
Right.
to talk about their cookies. Those cookies are hell-spawned cookies. Now,
Spawn cookies.
they came out with a drink and I can't find the meme on my. I will find it in a second. But they say
Yeah.
it's equal to about I think 18 Coke cans or like
18
or
Coke cans.
something like a bunch of donuts in one drink. And I was like, there's no fucking way people is actually gonna buy that. That is what we have to address right now. But now
Fuck.
Starbucks, we hate Starbucks because, you know, they give the option to mix drinks and it's kind of like hurting people. And I feel like uh, sooner or later it's going to become a normal thing. So let's just go get Starbucks, you know? It's going to be a normal thing. Right now, I feel like it's still niche. It's probably becoming, it's probably popular now. I'm not really sure. I never had Starbucks.
Well, I
But
mean, Starbucks is popular. This is no doubt. Even out
the
here in
thing
Korea, it's
is,
pretty popular.
the thing is, these drinks, like somebody said the other day, the Sparkle Lady, it's not
Yeah.
coffee. It's not coffee. It's straight
So,
sugar.
what do you call that? Fermente? Is that what you call that shit?
Yeah,
Fermente or
ferment.
some shit like
I'm
that?
not even sure if that's what it's called, but you know, I came up with it, so I'm gonna say, yeah, the fermente in the drink. These espresso shots. I don't even know what that is. I think they put that in my caramel frappe, but I was going over this with my friend before I brought it up on the show. He was like, "Bro,
Hmm.
you crazy? No way you think Starbucks is like a conspiracy theory or some shit." Because
Hmm.
if you look at Starbucks menu, they have like a refresher, and then they'll have a juice version of that refresher. What is a refresher? What is that?
I think the refreshers are like their juice kind of drinks, if I'm not mistaken. Because they
Yeah,
do
but
juice.
they'll have a strawberry lemonade refresher, and then they'll sell also a strawberry lemonade. So like, what's the difference?
I'd be honest with you. Hey, hun, what's the difference between a strawberry refresher and a strawberry lemonade?
The lemonade has lemonade, the other refresher doesn't.
You said it has a what?
The strawberry lemonade has the lemonade.
And the refresher doesn't.
No.
Okay, so it's a matter of one has lemonade and one doesn't.
Like, do you
I guess
understand how
that's
crazy that is? Like, Starbucks, we have to take them down. You know, and I'm glad this is an episode because I get to get a little bit more insight on the history of Starbucks and how they became, you know, who they are today. But we mostly hate
you're gonna
Starbucks
get that.
because they give the option to mix and create your own death drink.
Okay, but check it out, right? They give you an option, and it's up to the consumer to make that option. So who are we blaming? Are we blaming Starbucks for enticing obesity and sugary drinks, or are we blaming the customer for even taking advantage of the idea
I'm gonna say
of
both.
mixing drinks?
I'm gonna say both
Okay.
because honestly,
Okay, I got the answer.
Hold on. What you got, Mike?
honestly, I'm gonna say both because you know, honestly, Starbucks shouldn't be FDA approved. We're gonna get that out.
Ooh,
That's how it's
damn.
been. It
Not
should not be
FDA
FDA
approved.
approved, or the option to mix drinks at least shouldn't be approved. They should take that option away. And it's also the people's fault. But the thing is, people once they get hooked on something, it's bad. You can't really stop it. It's like a drug. I see Starbucks as a drug, if anything. You know,
Starbucks as a drug. So you're saying that they're putting something in Starbucks to make it addictive. Hold that thought real quick. Hold on, hun. What? So my wife found an answer to your question.
A strawberry refresher is a fruit-flavored caffeinated beverage
Mm-hmm.
that relies on a specific base, whereas a strawberry lemonade is a classic non-caffeinated, tart, sweet juice drink
what is
blending
caffeinated?
fruit with lemon.
So basically, decaf and caffeinated. Caffeinated means it has caffeine in it. Decaf means it don't. That's it. So what is
Holy
caffeinated?
fucking! They're coming out with flavored caffeine drinks.
Brother,
Do it.
you ever had a Pepsi? You ever had a Coke? What do you think is in those things?
No, I don't.
Caffeine.
I don't. Only type of soda I'll drink is Sprite. I like Sprite, but
Sprite
Oh,
has
yeah.
caffeine. I'm
yeah.
pretty sure Sprite has caffeine.
So, like,
Okay, so
carbonated-
caffeine.
Is it a carbonated soda or drink?
So carbonation is different. It's what gives the soda fizz. Check it out. I bet you didn't know this, right? Damn, I wish I had my Coke bottle. But let's say, for example, this is a Coke bottle, right? In reality, you only get this much actual Coke. When you carbonate it, it fills it up with gas. So in reality, you're only getting this much soda. The bottom line is, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Sprite, Dr. Pepper, they're all caffeinated drinks. And caffeine is actually a drug, but it's considered a mild drug. It's a legal substance, caffeine. It's what gets you addicted. It's what kind of gets you, it's an upper. Caffeine is an upper. Like with coffee, if you have caffeinated coffee, that's why everybody gets wired and they all like all over the place, and then they have a caffeine sugar crash after Starbucks. All right, so I'm going to get into the history a little bit of Starbucks, but I ain't going to get too deep into it, right? Now, the last time I checked, they had 35,000 Starbucks locations around the world. Here in South Korea, they're everywhere. There's other competing Korean brands, but Starbucks is pretty popular out here. I'll be honest with you.
Wow, so, they're in Korea?
Yeah, everywhere. Bro, I just said 35,000 locations. They are everywhere out here.
That was an American thing. Holy.
And check it. They're even in Italy. We found the biggest Starbucks we've ever seen in Italy. Now, Italy is a very hard market to crack. Domino's, we had Domino's out there in Italy. All the Domino's is gone in Italy because it's Italy. They don't eat that shit. So Starbucks out there is a very hard competitor because Italians are very passionate about their espresso, their coffee, whatever, right? They don't drink American coffee. Nonetheless, they have 35,000 locations around the world. And they started in 1971 as a local whole bean coffee retailer. It was founded by Howard Schultz. It was transformed by Howard Schultz in the 1980s into an Italian-style coffee house. So they used to be a coffee retailer where they used to sell coffee beans. They didn't brew the coffee or anything like that. They sold coffee beans, spices, and other things they sold. It grew into the world's largest coffee house chain, known for popularizing cafe culture. Its iconic siren logo and global espresso beverages. Remember the logo that we talked about with the mermaid, the fish or whatever chick?
Yeah.
So they divided Starbucks into three distinct eras, starting in 1971 to 1986 as the mercantile era. So Starbucks was founded by three people, three academics, English teacher, Jerry Baldwin, writer Gordon Bowker, and history teacher Zev Sigel. So these are three teachers, college professors or whatever, I believe, that founded Starbucks. These guys got together and was like, yo, let's make a coffee chain. Let's put this shit together. And of course, they settled this in Seattle. They were inspired by coffee roasting pioneer Alfred Peet. Now, when you go to California, there's a place called Peet's Coffee. They sell that shit here. I don't know. It's nasty. But Alfred Peet was a coffee pioneer. And they basically was inspired by this guy, Alfred Peet, to create what they seen as this vision of coffee. Like, okay, we're going to call it whatever, Starbucks. But at the time, it says here that they only sold premium roasted coffee beans and brewing equipment rather than preparing drinks. So they only sold coffee. They didn't prepare drinks and all that shit. That didn't come until like their next era. They named the company after the first mate in Herman Melville's classic novel, Moby Dick. So Starbucks, I guess there was a character, I guess somebody, I said it was named after Herman Melville, whoever that was, as far as the name Starbucks. I don't know. I never read the book Moby Dick. I don't know. All right. So this is where...
Wait, you never read Moby Dick?
Was I supposed to?
Oh my God.
Who read Moby Dick? I never read that shit.
I never read it, but isn't that like the whale?
Yeah, it's the story with the whale and shit. I've never read that.
Oh, yeah, I know about it, but I haven't read the official book, I guess.
That's crazy.
I haven't read that shit either. I mean, I'm sorry. I'll put it on my to-do list. I put it on my to-do list. All right, so the second phase of Starbucks was from 1982 to 1987, the Schultz transformation. So the guy, Howard Schultz, is responsible for changing Starbucks to where it is today, from a coffee bean seller to an actual cafe bistro. They said that he joined Starbucks as a director of retail operations in 1982. He had this Italian vision. Thank you so much for the gifts, Ampy. It said during a 1983 business trip to Milan, Schultz was captivated by the country's vibrant coffee house culture, where cafes served as social community hubs. This is where he got the idea of making Starbucks not just a coffee shop, but a coffee hangout spot where you could go meet friends, read books, have meetings, all while still going right there to the bistro and getting a coffee. You don't even got to leave the store. Everything was right there for you. So, boom. And then moving on to the next era of Starbucks, The global expansion and cultural dominance. Now, this is the part, Mikey, you're going to hate the most. Starting from the 1990s on. Okay, this is where Starbucks became where they are today. And I'm going to tell you, the Starbucks in the 90s is quintessentially the same, but they're different. Because back then, people were sitting there reading books and magazines and things like that. Now you got people who do homework. They have tablets, cell phones, Zoom meetings, and shit like that. So,
they're making content with the different type of drink combinations they come up with.
Yeah, that shit is so annoying. So this is the part of Starbucks that became where they are today. So explosive growth. Starbucks launched an aggressive expansion campaign, going public on the stock market in 1992 and crossing international borders by opening stores in Japan and Singapore in 1996. So they have this thing called the third place. The company built its brand around the idea of what they call the third place, a welcoming environment between home and work where people can relax, connect, and work. In other words, it was like, okay, you're kind of far from home, you're not home yet, or you're about to go to work, but you want to stop and get something. So it was basically your home away from home and your workplace away from work, where you could still do work at this place and still feel like you are at home. I've learned that Starbucks is not in the business of selling drinks. They're in the business of selling space and time. They know that people go into Starbucks and they hang out there and they do all these things. And they know that the longer you have people sit there, more than likely they'll get hungry. Have you ever seen somebody sit at a Starbucks for hours and get kicked out? No. No, they won't.
I mean, I've never really. Right. I only seen I've seen the outside. I've never seen the inside of a Starbucks.
You never been inside Starbucks at all?
No, I never had Starbucks.
You never even stepped inside, see what it was about. Go check it out. You never looked inside Starbucks.
I've been around one, but I always knew it was poison. I could never go inside because I had beef with the whole Starbucks franchise.
I guess it would be a conflict of interest for you to step inside and sit on the couch and take a load off.
Smoothie King, I've never had that either, but I know I have a lot of friends that go to Smoothie King. I feel like that is a better competitor, even though Smoothie King isn't too much better, but it's a better competitor. Like, if I had to go anywhere in terms of a drink place, I would go to Smoothie King. But if you're going to Starbucks, man,
I don't know. I never heard of Smoothie King being a competition of Starbucks, because Smoothie King don't sell coffee. They sell smoothies, which would be a healthier alternative to Starbucks. Now, if you want to talk about direct competitors of Starbucks, we're talking McDonald's. We're talking Dutch Bros Coffee. We're talking Dunkin' Donuts. We're talking those establishments. McDonald's and Starbucks.
Is really in competition with Starbucks, though?
With coffee, yes. People have said that McDonald's coffee is better than Starbucks coffee.
Oh yeah, I love McDonald's coffee. Shout out McDonald's.
I bet, yeah. Man. Shout out to Mickey D's. No, I'm serious. It may sound ridiculous on paper, but McDonald's, according to a lot of people, makes some of the best coffee out there in the market.
No, it's true though. It's true.
Yeah, I'm serious. All right, going back to Starbucks expansion. When it comes to menu innovations, according to this, it says that the introduction of game-changing additions, most notably the seasonal pumpkin spice latte in 2003, cemented the company's status in pop culture. Let me tell you something. White people love vanilla seasoned pumpkin spice, anything fucking pumpkin. And Starbucks capitalized on it.
A lot of people saying shit like that, and they mix it with something else. Like for 2 shots of Fermente, I think, and some other stuff.
We're going to find out what the fuck Fermente is. I'm super curious to find out. I don't even know what it is.
I just thought that's what they call it. I know it's
find out.
I know it's because look, right? Hold on, I think I sent it to my friend, but I don't know if you're gonna do this either, because you got to look up the drink combinations people have came up with, and
we could
put it at the end of the show or something, or in the middle. But
so.
I've seen this lady. She said, "Can I get 2 pumps of Oreo Fermente Crush, whatever, espresso, and add a refresher to that?
What kind of curiosity?
White milk or cocoa milk? It's so much weird shit that they add to these drinks.
Okay,
You
so
have
I'm
to
gonna look up.
incorporate that.
I'm gonna look up Fermente right now because I am super. I'm on my tablet right now. Hold on, give me a second. Let me talk to the tablet.
What are you trying to look up?
What is Fermente at Starbucks?
Fermentate is ferment.
Hold on. I think it's coming up with an answer. Starbucks features fermented,
Yeah,
not
not
fermente.
fermentate.
Hold on. Okay, so they do offer, according to this, Starbucks features fermented items globally. Depending on your location and store, you can find probiotic drinks, foods infused with fermented ingredients, or specialty products sourced from brewing technology. So fermentation is just the process of allowing a particular, like barley or oats or whatever, sit, and then you ever see, like, for example, pumpkins. After pumpkins sit for a while, they start to liquefy and foam up and shit like that. That's fermentation. Yeah, pumpkins, for example. Right, that's fermentation. That's a whole process, like a kombucha or a pumpkin. They do that, and you can buy those healthy alternatives instead of just buying coffee and the sugary drinks. The fermented shit's supposed to be like a more healthier option. So you can get bottled kombucha, fermented bakery pastries, and specialty fermented beverages. So they don't sell them everywhere, but you can find them and maybe request them. That's all they are. They're just very healthy, earthy options. That's all it
Well,
is.
then that is a good option. I thought the fermente was like the espresso, whatever shots they put into the shit.
No, that's just straight fucking shit. Like, for example, it says fermented offerings. It says in the U.S., they offer bottled kombucha. They sell their own line of bottled Evolution Fresh organic kombuchas, which is a fizzy fermented tea known for its probiotic benefits. So they're not always selling sugary shit. They do have healthier options. Now, are people buying this shit?
You know, a lot of
They
people
do.
say that. I'm gonna give them some credit. I hear a lot of people say they have a lot of healthy breakfast options, like food. I'm not sure if that's true, but you know they have.
They do.
Yeah, from what I hear, they have good breakfast stuff. So I'm gonna give them some slack and cut them some slack in the food department. But to allow people to make these drinks, holy fucking shit!
They're in the business of being a business, right? They know the consumer. The one thing about being a consumer is that your pocket, you can buy whatever you want. And they know it's not like they're telling people to. I get it, they advertise it, but they're not forcing you to buy these sugary products. Okay? They give you an option. You don't have to buy them.
My thing is they shouldn't be allowed to sell that. Like FDA, I know FDA doesn't care about a lot of stuff. Like Doritos, for example, flammable.
Oh.
You know,
Doritos is flammable.
like
you ever lit a Dorito on fire?
Yeah. It was crazy, I can't lie. But
for some reason, I believe it.
But the thing is, like FDA, our stuff, because in foreign countries, a lot of American stuff is banned. But like,
we did a show on it. I
feel like it gets to a point like the stuff Starbucks is allowing people to like do and put in their bodies. I feel like they have committed the worst sin of all time or crime.
I mean, but who do we blame? Do we blame Starbucks or do we blame the FDA for
both
passing this shit? Okay.
Both have to see. Maybe I have to run for like president or like what is it, the head of health and education or something? Like RFK, he's up there right now.
The Department of Health. Yeah, that person.
That somehow, man.
They already banned. They banned Red 40. They're banning Red 40 dye.
Yeah, but I heard something about that too. They said they were getting that from crushed bugs.
Crushed bugs.
Like a certain type of bug. Like there's two types of Red 40. One is from like the bug, right? And the other is, they make it artificial with, but it's crazy.
It's not like I'm saying I don't believe you. I mean, I didn't even know there was two different types of Red 40. I didn't even think that was even possible, but it is. But let me go back to the menu innovations. When Starbucks started with pumpkin spice lattes, for some reason people go crazy when October rolls around. Everything pumpkin spice rolls around, and to include coffees, teas, and things like that. People go crazy over this shit. White women love pumpkin spice anything. It could be pumpkin spice.
And I didn't even want to say it. I didn't want to say it, man, but you know, most people, the demographic of people that go to Starbucks are white people or white women, at least.
You ain't lying. Let's look up the demographic real quick or who's going to Starbucks. Now, we already kind of know the answer to this and why. You know what I mean? Because Starbucks is seen as, you know, people see it in movies and things like that. I mean, there was movies that revolved around Starbucks. Let's look up real quick before I wrap up the history. Actually, no, let me wrap up that little bit of history real quick, going into modern operations, and I'm going to look into the demographic. I'm going to try to finish this show in a timely manner. If I don't cover every base tonight, there will be a part 2 to Starbucks. I promise you, because I'm kind of on a short leash tonight of time. I got to get up a little early, but let's get this out. Let's get as much as we can out the way. Going to modern operations. Today, the corporation operates tens and thousands of stores globally, serving as a massive cornerstone of the quick service restaurant industry. Yes, they are part of the restaurant industry. They count because they sell food, they sell pastries, they sell drinks. It's a sitting establishment. So I guess you could say it's a restaurant. I don't see Starbucks as a restaurant. I see them more as a...
I mean, the thing is, I didn't even know they sell food till like last week.
Yeah, they sell food, man. And the food, I'll be honest with you, my wife has put me on to some delicious sandwiches. When I was stationed in Alaska, we had a Starbucks right outside the gate. And they had this chicken sandwich. Bro, I said 35,000 stores around the world. They are fucking everywhere.
Like, I think of Alaska as like, I don't know, I just think about a bunch of cabins and like stuff like that. I didn't know that Alaska was like the city.
Alaska is modern as fuck. There are cabins somewhere like in the sticks, but as far as Anchorage, Alaska, it is a full functional city. Not on the scale of New York, of course, but it's a city. It has a transit, it has a bus system, there's a rail system, there's restaurants, there's malls. Yeah, Anchorage is pretty advanced. We were there for 3 years. It was one of the best little cities I've been to. Not even joking. My wife absolutely loves Anchorage, Alaska. Now,
I would have never thought. I would have thought you guys were spearing fish out there.
I mean, people do, but they're like, you know, they're in the wood. Of course. Like the Inuits and stuff like that. They go and fish and things like that. But we you know, in Anchorage, not doing that too much. All right, so real quick, I'm going to look up the demographic for Starbucks. Hold on. What are Starbucks demographics? Let's see this. All right, I'm going to give you some of the basic demographics. I just read it into my my tablet now. But now brace yourself for this, Mikey. And again, if we don't cover everything on this show, there will be a part 2 at a slightly later time the following day, maybe tomorrow night or whatever. It says Starbucks' primary customer base consists of urban and suburban professionals, students, and tech-savvy adults between the ages of 18 and 44. This audience is generally affluent with a household income above $80,000. That means the average customer's income at a Starbucks is $80,000.
How do they even gauge that? How do you gauge that?
Oh, I'm pretty sure when they run these numbers and marketing and shit, they kind of have an idea because they see the type of jobs that these people come from and stop at Starbucks. If you're in Manhattan, you got Wall Street execs, tech executives, bosses, COOs, CEOs, big people. Like these people of major positions come to this place. Now, don't get me wrong. I've seen middle-aged. I've seen middle class and lower middle class people come to this shit too. But for them, it's like a treat. But for these executives and people that's making $80,000 a year, quote unquote, these people, this is every day for them. They can afford this shit. If you're making $80,000+, you can afford to have this shit every day. And it says, and value with household incomes above $80,000, these people are coming in with, and values premium products, digital convenience through mobile ordering, and the third place social experience. The third place social experience is your home away from home and your workplace away from your workplace. That is the third place experience. It's supposed to be your home and work. Now, age groups, now this is where you got to pay attention to this, Mike. Ages 25 to 44. This is Starbucks' core demographic, accounting for roughly 45 to 50% of their annual revenue. The young crowd, the college kids, the interns, the CEO, like, you know what I mean? Like those type managers, assistant managers.
We're going to be fucked by the time we're 40, man. It's over.
I'm telling you. And as far as, it says that these customers typically have a higher disposable income and rely on the brand for their daily morning commuter routines. Yes, there are people who do not get on the train or the bus unless they have fucking Starbucks. Yes. I'm telling you, this shit is like real. Now, as far as 18 to 24, the Gen Z and young millennials, they make up another 30 to 40% of revenues. This is the fastest growing cohort. They heavily drink cold beverages and customization trends, utilizing social media trends to dictate seasonal and flavor innovations. These guys are the think tanks of Starbucks. This group, 18 to 24, is what gives Starbucks these hip, fresh ideas. How to keep Starbucks relevant, how to keep them young is the Gen Z millennial. And then, of course, teens and older adults. While less frequent, teenagers under 18 and older adults, 45 to 60, make up the remaining percentage. Because teenagers, they go in there to hang out with friends, but they don't have that disposable income as teenagers unless their parents have money. And they drawn in by specialized Frappuccino formulations and welcoming environment. Frappuccino formulations is basically different mixes of Frappuccinos is what they're drawn into. They're teenagers, they're young, they need the sugar. They come in and mix these are the guys that's mixing all the drinks together and shit. It's the younger crowd, not much the older crowd, but it's the younger crowd mixing all the drinks together, if that makes any sense. And then,
I can see that because on TikTok, you could, I hate to say this, but you can literally search out Starbucks drinks ideas and you'll see like a bunch of people just putting up special orders and telling, and content is more pushed out to the younger crowd. So like they're seeing this and they want to go try whatever concoction that somebody coughed up because it looks good.
Yeah, and they'll have these little contests and things like that. Hey, we're asking young millennials, we're asking like younger crowds, what new flavors and cup designs should we come up with to keep more relevant? Because nowadays we are on a social media frenzy. These corporations rely on social media like TikTok and other platforms. They rely on this. This is free advertising for them. This is free research and development. Goodfellas, what's going on, man? I got Goodfellas 771 in the house. What's going on, my dude? He's one of my favorite Italians on the show. Goodfellas, man, I wish you were on these last 3 shows, man. You would have lost your shit. 3-hour shows back to back to back. What's going on, man? Good morning to you. Today or this morning, we are talking about Starbucks. We're going to go over some demographics, what they're about. We went a little bit over the history. We're going to go over the conspiracies. If we don't finish this morning, there will be a part 2. Now, Goodfellas, what is your take on Starbucks? You're in the chat. I'm waiting for your answer. Do you go to Starbucks? It's not your thing. And let me tell you, Mikey, if you live in Massachusetts, fuck Starbucks. It's all about Dunkin' Donuts. If you live in Massachusetts or anywhere in New England, you're not fucking with Starbucks.
I don't really like Dunkin' Donuts. Down here we like Krispy Kreme for donuts. But,
I agree with that. They got the donuts on lock.
But the thing is, Dunkin' Donuts, I don't know, man. They're just too stale. Like, I don't know what it is. I know you said go there in the morning or at night when they cook it, like around 12 or something. No, you said 6 in the morning, something like that.
So I heard Dunkin'. Okay, Dunkin' does not bake on the premises like fucking. At least that's the belief I've heard. Like Krispy Kreme, they make the donuts right in front of you. This shit is always fresh. But Dunkin', I don't think they bake their donuts. But before I get into that real quick, because we're gonna also talk about their competition. We're gonna try to squeeze as much as possible on this show, but at some point in time, I got to cut loose, and we'll have a part 2 following the next day of this show. Now, as far as gender, Mikey, take a guess. I think you might have already said the answer, but as far as
of course, it's women. I've seen women drag their men to go try these drinks.
Yeah, it's great. My wife dragged me into it. It's a known fact. Women are the biggest patrons of Starbucks, according to this. Starbucks customers generally leans female, with women making up to 55 to 75% of the consumer audience, depending on specific location and regional data. I think anywhere you go, more than likely, you will find women at a Starbucks.
Yeah, the thing is, never mind.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Whatever you were about to say, I'm surprised you had to stop yourself from doing it.
It's not really bad, but it's just, not today, man. Not today.
Okay, yeah. Save it for part 2. Hopefully we'll have more people. The show will be a little bit later in the morning. where we'll probably have more people. But this is as early as I could squeeze the show in before I have to cut loose because I got to get up like super early.
Yeah, I don't know why they just didn't allow it to be in Tuesday Eastern. You know, 'cause nobody's here. They wanted it real fast.
Well, see, I'm in a dilemma. So this, I have to get up early in the morning. And on top of that, this is not the easiest time slot because everybody's still asleep. It's early. And I was telling them I could move the show the following day. And they're like, no, go ahead. I'm going to do my best to get on the show. And I'm like, all right, well, you guys voted unanimously. And then they're not here.
Asleep, so,
And they're not here. And I'm like, okay, well, look, you guys asked me to do a show. I've had requests. I do the show. And the person that usually request these shows are not here. And I won't fault them for that because this is a very hard slot to do. But in order for me to do the show during the week and I have to work, I have to do the show now. If that's the case, I have to do shows on the weekends only just so that I can satisfy the time that everybody's on here. And that is not going to happen. The show will work weekdays and weekends because it's unique in the sense that we can get a brand new audience on different time slots if we get people in. All right, so let's see what we got here. Lastly, when it comes to the demographic of income and education, it says here, middle to upper class, a large portion of Starbucks customers fall into the mid to high income brackets, earning between $60,000 and $150,000 annually. And as far as the customer's education, a significant share of consumers hold college degrees or professional white-collar occupations, aligning with the premium price structure of the menu. This is why Starbucks is expensive, because they know the people that go to Starbucks make money. Why do they Dunkin' is so cheap? Because Dunkin' Donuts, their demographic ain't some, high-class, white-collar professional CEOs. No, it's everyday Joe, every middle class, lower middle class. Those are the people that go into Dunkin'. That's why Starbucks keep their prices high because they know
even though Dunkin' Donuts is shit, we have to appreciate them for that just as much as we appreciate Little Caesars.
Because they're the donut and coffee for the everyday man. All right, more than likely you can afford to buy Dunkin' every day for a week compared to Starbucks, where Starbucks will break your fucking pocket. I remember my wife and I, we ordered 2 drinks and 2 sandwiches. The shit came up to like almost $30.
Yeah, I don't really. I mean, I used to get drove to school when I was back in high school every day, and my driver guy, dude, always had coffee. Man, it was fuck.
Was it Starbucks though? Oh, Dunkin'.
No, it's Dunkin'. He had a bag of donuts every time, but it was always a mix of flavors of donuts. I don't get it, but.
And then check out this other demographic. Digital natives, when it comes to lifestyles and behaviors, a large driver of their sales rely on the Starbucks Rewards app, which feature over 34 million active U.S. members. The app drives higher than average ticket sizes and frequency of visits because every restaurant does this shit. You get the app, you save money, you earn points. The more you buy, the more points you get, and that hopefully will get you a fucking free fermented fucking juice. It's all a gimmick. It's all a fucking gimmick.
That's probably how they acquired that information too. Customers take surveys for like rewards, maybe.
Oh yeah, and then you start getting all these ads and emails about it. Yeah, it's free advertising. Social media is quite literally free advertising. You don't even got to put too much into it. It is free advertising. Plain and simple.
I just know they have an app too. I just know it.
Oh, Starbucks Ben had an app. They Ben had an app. That's no question. No question. All right, let's find some random ass questions in regards to Starbucks. They have this thing called the 4-minute rule. All right. Of course, you probably never heard of it because that rule is pertaining to the workers, and it is explained as such. The Starbucks 4-minute rule is an operational goal introduced by CEO Brian Nicole, which dictates that cafes and drive-thrus must hand deliver a customer's order in 4 minutes or less from the moment it is placed. Now, when you go to McDonald's, Burger King, any of these places, they got the computers above the drive-thru and shit. They are on timers. they have specific times. And every now and then, regional managers and shit will review the times and be like, okay, we noticed that your establishment has been in the red for drive-through orders. What's up with that? Starbucks
That's actually a
customers,
thing.
yeah, you don't
What the
believe me?
fuck?
You can't see it from a drive-through window, but when you go inside a McDonald's or Burger King, if you look at the drive-through window and where they're putting the food, there are computers and screens right above, and they're either going green or they're going red. You have X amount of time on that timer to get that food out that window. If not, you go in the red. And if you're doing poorly, employees can get switched out.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're slow on the drive-through? All right, bet. Go mop the floor. We're going to put somebody that's faster
Or
because...
they'll put you into a different,
Damn, I never would have thought.
store that does not have a drive-through.
Exactly. Or you might just do some other random shit. But yeah, Starbucks has 4 minutes. And I'm going to time this. I didn't even know this, hun. They had the 4-minute rule.
Yeah.
Starbucks. So the next time we go to Starbucks,
Popeyes-
I'm going to time it.
Popeyes has three minutes or less.
Oh, Popeyes is 3 minutes or less? So, you know what's funny? The Starbucks where we at, I've noticed we got our orders within 4 minutes. And they've ordered fairly fast. But next time I'm going to time that to see if, like, the Koreans also adopted the 4-minute rule.
You
Because
said
I'm
Popeyes
sure
is 3 minutes. Holy,
Popeyes is 3 minutes.
Popeyes. I'm at. You will never get your junk out in 3 minutes.
Hell no. I truly don't think so. And this is the reason why Starbucks have the 4-minute rule. It goes as such. The reason why they do it is this time limit is a central pillar of the company's, quote, green apron service revamp aimed at eliminating bottlenecks and speeding up service times. Hey, Shauna, what's going on? We got Shauna in the chat. Good morning. Grab a cup of coffee because we are talking about Starbucks this morning. We went over the history. We're going over the demographics, and we are going over some of their weird rules, like the 4-minute rule. I'm doing just fine. Don't worry. You should have been on these last 3 shows. Insanity. Okay, so to achieve what Starbucks call the 4-minute rule, Starbucks has forced on smarter queue management, increasing staffing during peak hours and upgrading technology to help baristas prioritize complex drinks rather than filling orders sequentially. And of course, menu streamlining. Now, some people will see this shit as insane. Have you been to a drive-thru at Starbucks? The shit is insane. Insane. The one that we used to
I've never
go
been
to?
to a drive-thru of theirs.
I'm telling you, if you go to a Starbucks drive-thru, we used to have one where we lived at in Tennessee. This shit was always packed. I was like, where do people have the time and money to come to this place every single day? And Sean, you said you heard them.
Hold on.
Hold on one second, Mike. You said I heard they're moving the Seattle one. Oof. Well, I mean, that's their establishment, but unless they're moving the headquarters, but they have the very first Starbucks in Seattle. I think it's still in business, or I think it's like a museum or something at this point. Mikey, what you were saying?
I was gonna say I've never seen a packed Starbucks though. You know, I've always driven by one, but I've never seen a packed Starbucks. And I'm surprised they are that fast. The only restaurant I ever knew that was fast and always packed was Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, don't get me fucking started with Chick-fil-A. Every damn day, that drive-thru was packed in Tennessee
but
where we at. Every day.
They're so fast, man. I don't know, man. I feel like they gotta be like have their working on some weird shit. Like they move extremely fast. Like you'll just place the order. The moment you get to the window, it's done.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
They're quick. Chick-fil-A is quick, and they got somebody standing out there with the vest, directing traffic and shit. Goodfellas, you said the drive-thru is ridiculous. Oh, so you know about the Starbucks drive-thru. That shit is crazy. And let me tell you, I remember being in a drive-thru longer than 4 minutes. They have that. Now that I think about it, there was times where I was at the drive-thru at Starbucks, and I give it to them. I'm not faulting them. Shout out to the Starbucks out there in Tennessee, in Clarksville, Trenton Road, right? Trenton Road? Was it Trenton Road? Yeah, it was Trenton Road in Tiny Town. That one was dope. But there was times where they went over 4 minutes. I didn't know about the 4-minute rule until now. I didn't even know that was a thing. Now, Goodfellow, you said you waited 25 minutes for a dragon fruit lemonade iced tea thing for my daughter, and I was pissed. Oh, that's beyond the 4-minute rule.
That's just
oh no,
Yo, fuck.
that's it. For 25 minutes for a drink.
What? What? Wait.
Wait, hold on, sorry.
A dragon fruit
20
lemonade
a dragon
iced
fruit.
tea. See, this is the
21.
combination shit I'm talking about.
What? I mean,
Fruit lemonade iced tea. What the
Damn.
fuck is going on?
25 minutes? That is not very Starbucks. That's not part of the green apron service. That's not 4 minutes. That's 25 fucking minutes for a
Bro,
drink.
that drink alone would sound like it could. What? Dragon fruit lemonade iced tea. What the fuck is that?
You never seen a dragon fruit? That's a
I
thing.
know
A
what
dragon
that
fruit
is,
is a fruit.
but fruit lemonade iced tea, like it's not as bad as the sugary ones where they start compiling all the concoctions and Oreo flakes and all type of shit. But this is still crazy.
I'm telling you, they got names, man. They're just names, but they're just fancy, stupid names for like simple little drinks. They're not. The names, don't let the names trip you up. It's just to make it more attractive, honestly. It just makes the drinks more attractive. They're just fucking made drinks. I'm not even joking. Like, but yeah,
Sick,
man. Hey, it's sickening, but it is what it is.
The UFC.
Okay, Mikey, I'm gonna let you get that one because Mikey is our UFC guy. Shout out to It's Yield Dev.
Right
Who
now,
you got
I
on
would
that?
have to say, have to be either lightweight or feather. Well, lightweight or bantamweight, honestly, or flyweight. But it'll have to be lightweight right now. No, welterweight. Right, currently welterweight. Yeah, currently welterweight. They got a lot of people there.
All right, Mikey, I got some crazy other rules for you. And again, more than likely, people, we're gonna do a part 2 to this show because we have to cut this show a little short, but it still will be over an hour, and it will be at a slightly later time tomorrow morning, the following morning. So, I'm gonna get through as much as possible. So, Mikey, so Starbucks, because I know you want to dig really deep into Starbucks. Pause. You said they have this thing. What are the 4 P's of Starbucks? All right,
Yeah.
4 P's. They have this marketing thing. It's product, price, place, and promotion are the 4 P's of Starbucks. But they also have this thing called the 12-hour rule. Want to take a guess what the 12-hour rule
What does
is?
that mean? Like you can't. You have to eat it within 12 hours, or it will go spoiled or some shit.
No, what the fuck? No one saves Starbucks for that long.
Everything has to, like, after 12 hours, have to throw out all the stuff they made and prepare new shit. Is that?
No. This has nothing to do with the food per se. So the 12-hour rule that Starbucks has. I'm glad I'm learning more about Starbucks because I am learning some real good shit tonight.
You know,
the 12.
I'm actually going to go to a Starbucks too. I'm gonna try something. Like,
No shot.
but I don't know if I'm gonna. I might have to get one of the crazy combinations for the one time. And then
Let me
after
get
that,
the dragon.
I can bounce it.
Let me get the dragon fruit Coca-Cola Atlanta Waffle House special
See, that's the shit.
fermente latte.
They probably have that shit too, like an Atlanta edition Starbucks thing. They probably have that. But I'm gonna try it one time, bro.
Goodfella said, "Get the freeze-dried dragon fruit drink."
Wait,
Freeze dry.
Why is it freeze dried though? How does that even work?
Oh shit!
Have you ever seen freeze dried candy?
I've seen freeze-dried coffee. The little fucking
What?
crystals in it and shit.
I've never seen a freeze dried drink at all in my life.
Hold on, let me see if I get a picture of that shit. Hold on, let me see if I pull that out. Actually, no, I'm not even gonna show you a picture. I want you to go to Starbucks and go order that motherfucker. I want you to go there and get it.
But you know, I'm actually going to Starbucks very soon. I want to try the breakfast that they have. And
You're the
I'm
same
also gonna
guy
get the drink.
You're the same guy that inspired this show and the controversy behind the show, and you're gonna try it. You know what? To better understand Starbucks, you have to infiltrate the
Yeah, I'm
Starbucks.
putting my life on the line. Yeah, I could die. after
Well,
I
it ain't
drink
that
this.
serious, bro. Your life on the line for Starbucks.
Like,
it's not that deep.
I
It's
want
not
to try a
that
couple
deep.
of breakfast items, but then I want to try one of the drinks, like maybe 2 of the drinks, the concoction, and then the normal item, the freeze dried dragon fruit thing. I'm gonna try it.
I bought out the Magic Super Mario 8 block. I'm going to ask this block if Mikey is going to enjoy Starbucks and turn over to the dark side. Let's find out if Mikey is going to enjoy his Dragon Fruit Passion I-75 drink. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Signs point to yes.
Probably. That's what I'm saying. It might happen.
You might
but
just
the
like
thing
it.
is, I'm not gonna turn over to the. So I gotta stay real. That's almost like, oh man, Crumble Cookie. They're in the real bad spot. Like, they're probably worse than Starbucks right now. But Starbucks is the main ops because they're popular. I feel like.
The ops.
But
Do you remember the episode where Squidward tried the Krabby Patty and he swore up and down he hated that shit until he tried it? You know you want to try it, Squidward. And he tried that shit and he gotten fat for eating all the patties. Bro, that's gonna be you when you try one of Starbucks fucking foods or one of their drinks.
that's what I'm saying, man. Like fucking Starbucks, man. You know, the drinks. That's only what I'm worried about. You know, if my mom, she ate Starbucks before, and I've been around her when she ate it. It looks okay, but the drinks is
not-
what I'm really worried about.
You know, and that's the thing about Starbucks. You can modify the drinks where they don't have to be sweet. In fact, when I get a coffee here in the South Korea location, they don't even put sugar in that motherfucker. You got to put it in yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They don't.
You guys,
you
you
got to
put
put it in
the
yourself.
creamer in too?
Yep, all that yourself. In other words, Koreans are very particular about their diet and health. So they're like, we give you the coffee and you do whatever you want with it.
And also,
You wanna put
probably most of their ingredients in Starbucks is probably fucking nasty. It's probably banned over there.
The Starbucks out here, their menu and their drinks is definitely different than the American version, and that's because of the food laws of what's banned in the States that's not allowed in Korea. Like, honestly, yeah, what's good in the States but banned in Korea. Such, you know what I mean? But yeah, their menu is different. Their shit tastes different. It's not as vibrant or carb heavy as what's on the American menu. But yeah, you're gonna be fucking SpongeBob. Like in that episode where he's like, you know, you like Starbucks, don't you, Squidward? You know, you like
it
Starbucks,
also
don't you,
blows
Mikey?
my mind that these like drinks now have calories. You know, you used to could just eat a bunch of calories, and then you know now drinks like sodas too, they don't get a pass. But
Well, see,
you know, I thought because you know you used to be able to eat a lot, and then you know maybe drink 2 liters of water, you'll be good. You know, but now
Yeah.
these drinks have calories and fuck, we over with. It's over. It's good.
they've always had calories. The problem was no one was paying attention to the nutrition facts. Now everybody's paying attention to it. But back in the day when we had 3-liter Coca-Colas and the most big size Little Debbie snacks, no one was paying attention to nutrition facts up until maybe the 2010s. People started paying attention to shit. You know, at one
I'm
point we
pretty
used to
sure
have
back
3-liter
then-
sodas.
I'm pretty sure back then they probably weren't even putting the labels on the shit.
No, they were. Nutrition
they
facts
were?
was back in the day. Yeah. In fact, before I get into when they. Oh, that's pretty nice.
It looks good.
I like it. Yeah.
It matches, right?
Little wrinkle over here, but
No, it's not. That's the
oh, that's the style. Yeah, it matches. They're not gonna see what's down there.
okay.
But before I get into when the nutrition facts came up, I got to get back to the 12-hour rule. Now, it has nothing to do with the food. It just has to do with working. So Starbucks has what they call the 12-hour rule. And it's said here that the 12-hour rule at Starbucks is generally refers to the maximum number of hours a shift can last, which is typically 8 hours for baristas and drivers, with a 12-hour limit including breaks and overtime if applicable. So a Starbucks employee cannot work no more than 12 hours. So you could be there from 12 noon to 12 midnight, and then you go home. I can't imagine working at a Starbucks for 12 hours. That's got to be hell on earth. And that does, I believe, apply to most jobs. That does, because you get overtime. That's if the job even allows overtime.
Man, all I know is the most brutal work schedule or like hours I've ever seen someone get, because I'm not getting that, but it's probably like a 24-hour shift at Waffle House. It's crazy.
Now, of course, I said earlier that you could sit at a Starbucks as long as you want. Well, according to this, Somebody asked the question, can you sit at a Starbucks for 8 hours? It says Starbucks is reversing its open door policy, which lets non-paying guests sit around or use it too long. This means you have to make a purchase or accompany someone who does to use Starbucks
What's
facilities.
Pepperidge Farm?
Pepperidge Farms. Oh, you said, Goodfellas, I tried to do a 16-hour shift at Pepperidge Farm, and they said no. In case, Mikey, you don't know what Pepperidge Farm is, because Pepperidge Farm remembers, you ever heard of Milano cookies? And the chess piece cookies? Pepperidge Farm, I promise you, I'm going to show you right now. I promise you, you've seen Pepperidge Farm. Hold on. Let me talk it up real quick. Pepperidge Farm cookies. I promise you, you've seen these motherfuckers. They're expensive as fuck, but my favorite Pepperidge Farm cookies is Milano. I love Milano cookies. These motherfuckers right here. Ta-da!
Oh, those. I just had some of those like the other day.
Oh, they're fucking delicious. So that's where you worked at, Goodfellas? You worked at Pepperidge Farm? Yo, send me some. Yeah, Milano's is good. The mint ones are good. The dark chocolate, tolerable. But the regular ones?
They're not bad. I'm not really a fan of the cookie part, but I like the chocolate. It's okay.
Oh, they got Skippy on the chocolate. I'm noticing that shit. They put less chocolate in those Milanos. Pepperidge Farm, let's talk about it. Yo, holla at me, Pepperidge Farm, because y'all fucking up. Y'all are shrinking shit too, and I'm so tired of it. I'm fat. All right, I'm fat. All right, so other questions about Starbucks, because like I said, Mikey, we're going to do a part 2. We got to do a part 2 because we're not going to cover everything in the time that I got right now. So the question, does Starbucks pay $25 an hour? Of course, there is a Starbucks that actually... Yeah, that's a question that they asked. There's actually a Starbucks that went union. Yes, there's one Starbucks out there that have a union.
Fuck. Hold on, I might need to apply. 25 an hour?
25 an hour. Hold on. Goodfellas, you say you can't go wrong with the goldfish, but my advice to everybody, do not eat the Pepperidge Farm bread. You heard it from the source, people. The former source. Do not eat Pepperidge Farm bread.
Wait, like, they sell actual bread?
Yeah, they sell loaf of bread. Yes, they do.
I would never do. I like the honey wheat bread at Kroger. You know.
Yeah, kind of like that. But goldfish crackers, Pepperidge Farm goldfish crackers, addictive. I don't know what they put in those little fishy motherfuckers, but those things are so addictive.
Wait, they made goldfish?
The goldfish crackers, yes, that's Pepperidge Farm.
Yeah, like the popular
crackers.
ones that used to come on back on the TV in 2000s.
Yeah, you know, I love the fishes because they're so delicious. Gone, go fish. Yeah, that fucking jingle.
That's
crazy, they sell that motherfucker.
You'll be surprised, like so many corporations own so many other corporations, like Hershey, they damn near own everything. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do a show on parent companies that own smaller companies. And I even came up with an idea for a show. Workplace drama. Workplace drama. That's coming up soon as well. Okay,
I got a lot of stories on that too.
Oh, it's gonna be. We're gonna save that for a weekend show for sure. Now, Starbucks pays most baristas between $15 and $24 per hour, with the company minimum of $15 per hour set in 2022 and a started goal of averaging of $17. So they do pay okay. They pay okay if you want to deal with that, but they pay okay. You said that's a good one. Please let me know when that goes down. Okay, well, that might potentially be a weekend show. I don't know when exactly, but we will definitely put that in the queue for sure. And we will definitely, and again, people, just a PSA. I know a lot of you don't get notifications right away about the show when it's on or whatever the case is. If you're not getting notifications for this show on TikTok, please let me know directly. DM me and I will send you personal alerts like, yo, we're about to go live. We're about to go live at this time
TikTok
or whatever.
There's
a change.
You know, it doesn't, I don't know what's wrong with the app. It doesn't even, because I have it set. I only have it set for 2 people that go live, you know, and it still doesn't give me the notification.
It depends. So what I was told is sometimes you have to reset your notifications in your bell or whatever. I know Drip was telling us that when she was on the show. She was telling us that at times you have to reset things. So I don't know. But do the best you can. If you're not getting notifications, please let me know because it's not me. It's TikTok, all right?
Yeah, now, I know the only thing it does, though, it does push you, like, to the front. Like, you'll end up on the For You page or you'll be, like, the first person when you go to the activity page.
Now check this out, Mikey. If you ever decide to work at Starbucks, this might be a perk. The question, do you get free drinks while working at Starbucks? Yes. Starbucks employees, quote, partners, receive free beverages during and around their shifts at company-operated stores. They are entitled to consume an unlimited amount of handcrafted drinks while working, including during breaks and up to 30 minutes before or after their shifts. Yo, that's a lot of money being wasted. But think about how much of that shit you need to survive the shift at Starbucks.
I mean,
You can drink all the coffee you want. All the coffee you want.
I mean, man, I've seen. You know, this is what got me into hating Starbucks. I seen an employee on TikTok.
Are you serious?
It wasn't a,
Goodfellas, thank you so much, man.
I
For
was
the gifts,
scrolling
man.
one day on TikTok, and I seen this employee say, "Oh, make my favorite drink with me," and he made some crazy shit. And
Oh, they
at
can
the
make
end
whatever
of
they
it-
want.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
they
thing.
can make.
And I feel like they inspire the shit too. We low-key might have to tax every like extra tax them. Like when it comes around
Possibly.
tax time or when we get
Yeah.
paychecks, tax them a little extra. 'Cause they deserve it.
And of course, Mikey, I think this is another health conscious question. It seems like we're just going to go over some questions and tidbits about Starbucks, but we still got to get into stories and conspiracies. We'll save the conspiracies for the next show. Now, another question I was asked about Starbucks. Can diabetics drink at Starbucks? Now, Mikey, I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, hell no. But you forget they also have non-sugary drinks. According to this, Starbucks can be diabetic friendly, provided you avoid standard sugary syrups, classic syrups, and sweetened milks. And you can customize your drinks using sugar-free vanilla syrup, almond milk, or a splash of heavy cream to manage your blood sugar. Yeah. You have healthy options. They're not out there trying to get you off this planet. You can actually jazz your
The
shit up.
splash of heavy cream.
A little splash of heavy cream.
It's the
Just a
cherry on top, man. It's the cherry.
Yeah,
on
the
top.
splash of heavy cream is perfect for you. But no, see, you're saying that Starbucks, right? And Starbucks, I got your back for a little bit on this, that they're pumping you with all these sugars and shit. But at the same time, you have got to, you can ask for how much sugar, no sugar, whatever. And Bear Down, what's going on? Good morning, man. Welcome to the Daily Mind Podcast. You said water is way better.
I agree.
No-
Bear down.
No matter what beverage in this world, nothing knocks water. It's flavorless, but it's the most refreshing thing to drink, and your kidneys will thank you so much later. You only get 2 kidneys, so treat them wisely, all right? My man said water is way better. Bear Down, let me ask you something real quick passing by. Bear Down, have you ever been to a Starbucks before? This episode is about Starbucks, by the way. This is actual podcast that we do. And we're talking about Starbucks. We're going over some facts, questions, answers. You said, no, I don't drink Starbucks. Okay. And look, we're not here to fault anyone if they don't drink Starbucks. We're just trying to better understand why Starbucks is who they are and why they so big and all these crazy drinks and shit they got and things of that nature. If you don't drink Starbucks, believe me, they're not paying me for this show. So if you don't drink it, I don't give a shit. But no, that's good though. That's good. It's expensive and sometimes it could not be so good for you. And another couple of questions at Starbucks. I think we want to know about how tipping works at Starbucks. All right. Now, the tip thing, they got this weird thing that they do with tips apparently. Doing tips at Starbucks involves processing and distributing cash tips to eligible partners. Partners are AKA the people that work there. This weekly task requires calculating the store's hourly tip rate and dividing it among staff based on the hours worked. So you know how you give tips and how you do it electronically, or if they have a jar, they have to figure out how much to give tips to those workers that work that shift or various shifts during the week. Now, Mikey, you said that you're not a fan of tipping, especially at a Starbucks. You believe that Starbucks employees don't deserve tips, yes?
I don't believe the corporation deserve anybody's money, but especially the employees. Fuck them. Forget them all. You know, Starbucks, man. Like I can see tipping at a fine dining restaurant or like a restaurant you walk in. You know,
Yeah,
they
right.
serve you, but restaurants like Starbucks, hell no. They're Starbucks. Besides the healthy alternatives, let's be honest. almost nobody is going there for that. The content,
Starbucks shit?
especially. Yeah, I was on the Starbucks Instagram page the other day because I was trying to prove a point.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
they're not promoting these healthy alternatives. They're promoting those goddamn those
The
concoction
sugary,
drinks.
fatty.
Yeah,
Oh
they're
yeah,
promoting that. You
pumpkin
know,
spice latte with 3 pumps of fucking cream, sugar,
I'm telling you, somebody who's
shit.
drinking that shit, and
Oh
somebody's
yeah,
right now, as we speak, is in a hospital. I know it is
because
because
of
of
Starbucks.
Starbucks.
Somebody's in the hospital because of Starbucks.
Solely not because of their life decisions, but because of Starbucks. And I stand 10 on that. You know,
You know what? You got me curious to ask the question. And I'm going to ask my tablet this, and I can't believe I'm going to ask this question. Hold on. Let me ask the question. Let me see. Hold on. I'm trying to see how I could word this question. Okay, hold on. I think I got it. How many people do Starbucks send to the hospital each year? Hold on. Let me see if I can answer this. Hold on.
I mean, you know, that could be any restaurant still. You know, I'm pretty sure McDonald's sent a good amount of people there too, but
Okay, it answered the question, but there is no company-wide statistic that tracks how many people go to the hospital. But they track the most common injuries that Starbucks employees receive at a Starbucks, starting with severe burns, sharp injuries, hazmat and air quality incidents, and customer and public health issues.
whoa, hold on, air quality. Holy shit. I thought I was gonna say something like the dragon fruit is poisoning them, or like air quality. Why is there air quality around drinks? I wonder. It's the concoctions in the air.
It has
Concoctions.
nothing to do with the concoction. I'm gonna help you out real quick. It says locations have occasionally required fire and hazmat responses for employees reporting sudden shortness of breath or chemical inhalation. That could be from cleaning products, from some of the air tanks that they use for their machines for the coffee. It could be like an air leak, an oxygen leak, or a helium, whatever air they use to pump whatever their machines. Sometimes the machines would leak and they might get a little sick, or cleaning agents, typical fast food hazards, if you will. Now, remember how I said not everything is unhealthy? The healthiest option that you could buy from Starbucks as of right now is a sandwich called the spinach, feta, and egg white wrap, which only has 290 calories and 20 grams of protein.
Oh, I thought it was that egg muffin thing. The little egg with the breakfast inside.
Oh, like an egg McMuffin? That's definitely unhealthy.
I don't know. Somebody had said that was the most healthy item they had, but I don't know. I gotta try it.
If you want the healthiest drink that you could get from Starbucks, you could get a black coffee with nothing in it, or an unsweetened iced passion tango tea, 0 calories.
What? Say that one more time. Say that one more time.
I will say that for the court once again. The unsweetened iced passion tango tea.
What happened to like simple? What happened to like simple stuff, tea? Man? We used to have just lemonade. You want lemonade? Now we have strawberry, Faygo lemonade, fucking
Faygo. Yeah, that's crazy.
Blueberry lemonade, blue lemonade. What happened to the simple things, man? We
Starbucks.
We're modifying regular drinks like lemonade into more shit.
You gotta understand, Starbucks is going to add these extra fucking names to their drink to make them more attractive. That's obviously unsweetened tea, right? But you had to add the iced passion tango tea. Now, it starts off with unsweetened, then they added the iced passion tango, and then they add tea. If you take out iced passion tango,
that shit. We can sue.
Can you really though? That's a trademark brand. That's what they do. They let you know it's unsweetened tea.
If it's just unsweetened tea, then they have to say that. If it's some ice passion, is the ice passion just fucking ice and they put it in there with passion? Like they had passion when they put the ice in? But
think about it. They are saying it's unsweetened tea. Think about it. I'm gonna say it one more time. Unsweetened iced passion tango tea. Basically, it says unsweetened in the title.
Like, what does that mean?
So iced passion tango, whatever that flavor is, it's a flavoring. It's a 0-calorie flavoring that's not very sweet. It's more like a sweetener that they throw in it. All while it's not sugar. It's more like aspartame, like, freaking zero sugar sodas.
So that's the fermente what I was talking about.
It's not really fermente. That's not fermented. That's not a fermented drink. It's a regular unsweetened tea. There's nothing fermented about it. No kombucha.
That is what I meant. Like, that is what's killing people. So they're putting an extra sweetener inside.
Aspartame. If it's unsweetened, there's the fruit flavor, the iced passion mango thingy. Yeah.
Oh shit, man. I'm gonna do it, especially on the next episode. I'm gonna come back with. I'm gonna write so much stuff down. It's gonna be sick, man. I'm gonna actually expose them this time. We might go viral.
I don't think we're going viral. And Ampy, you said how much protein in the spinach and feta? Okay, once again, hon, that spinach, feta, and egg white wrap has 290 calories and 20 grams of protein. It's the healthiest sandwich, I think, from what it said here, that you could get from Starbucks. Now, if you want to know the most unhealthiest menu item on Starbucks, we can go there right now. Hold on, let me see. Give me a second. This seems to be the Q&A portion of Starbucks, but like I said, there's much more I have to still cover. Hold on, give me a second. What is the most unhealthy food and drink item that you can buy from Starbucks? Let's see what it says here real quick. Okay, the most unhealthiest drink you can buy from Starbucks is the Venti 24-ounce peppermint white chocolate mocha frappuccino.
I already know it. I know it, bro. As soon as I heard the word Venti, because I don't really know what that is, that's what I meant by fermente. But
Venti is like grande, tall.
Now
Venti.
I know the actual word
like
for it. I know the actual word for it now. I can stop saying fermente now. We're going to say Venti.
Venti is a size. It's a 24-ounce. I think that's a large. I think it goes tall, grande, and then Venti. Yeah, a tall is like a small.
Why not just say extra large?
Because they can't. I don't know why. That's just what they fucking do. They want to sound
like French now. What does Venti mean? What does that translate to?
Venti is Italian for, I believe, like a small or medium or something like that. I'm going to get to that in a minute because Starbucks, you got to remember, again, is inspired by Italian cafe bistros. So they kind of have an Italian-esque feel to them. Now, again, the unhealthiest drink you can buy from Starbucks is a Venti 24-ounce peppermint white chocolate mocha frappuccino. Why? It's a nutritional minefield. It's described as a blended drink with massive sugar and calories, 540 calories, 73 grams of sugar, and 19 grams of fat. 73 grams of sugar is almost the equivalent to a Mountain Dew.
I haven't had a Mountain Dew in so long, man.
And check this out. The amount of sugar that this one drink has is roughly 3 times the American Heart Association's daily recommended allowance of sugar for women and about twice the amount for men. That's a drink you should only drink maybe once a year, if that.
Yeah, you shouldn't drink that at all.
And then, Mikey, check it out. My wife put down the sizes
no, it's not.
For the drinks.
Tall? Wait, you have tall? So tall is the smallest size they have?
Tall, grande, Venti, and Trenti. Trenti is the biggest size. Venti is 24 ounces.
What the fuck is
Trenti, bro. And Goodfellas, you said, I feel like no man should drink something like that.
I mean, you definitely shouldn't drink Mountain Dew after we heard what it does.
Brother, my man said no man should be drinking the peppermint white chocolate mocha frappuccino, especially a Venti size. Don't not. That's a no-go. That's a no-go. You're out of here.
There,
that's crazy. It's this drink is more unhealthy for women, according to the American Heart Association, than it is for men because women are more susceptible to heart disease. So
and they're more
drinking
susceptible to shit like that too. They're ready to drink shit like that, you know.
And you know what's crazy? Women.
You hand a guy a drink like that, he's gonna say you're gay. You hand a woman a drink like that. You hand a woman a drink like that, she's gonna be like, "Oh, thank you." You know what I mean?
Okay, hold on. Remember, women are the biggest demographic of Starbucks, and they're the ones buying these sugary drinks, and it's very dangerous. Now, if you want to know the most unhealthy food item, right, because we're going to start winding down this part 1 of Starbucks, there will definitely be a part 2. We don't even have a crowded house, and this is already like a funny ass show. Hold on, let me go back to the most unhealthy food item. Now I've already given you the healthiest food option. There's an unhealthy. The most unhealthiest hot food item, according to the internet, that Starbucks has is the sausage and cheddar breakfast sandwich. It has 500 calories, 28 grams of fat, 9 grams saturated, and 920 milligrams of sodium. This shit is a salt
Can I ask how
bomb.
big is this sandwich? How big?
I will show you. Well, shit, I don't know. I'm gonna get to that in a bit, though. Hold on,
That
there's more
shit
to the
must be
sandwich.
massive to be 500.
Not really, no. And then it's while it provides a good amount of protein, it is very high in sodium, saturated fat, and overall calories. Now, you're not gonna believe what's their most unhealthiest bake item. It's not the croissant. It's not the croissant. The most you don't know their menu, Mikey, but you want to take a guess?
Yeah, it'll have to be on. Fuck, I wouldn't be
wild
surprised
guess.
that they're putting the venti on top of the goddamn baked stuff. The
Venti coffee on top.
cookie pumpkin spice venti cookie.
What the fuck? That's not even on the menu, but I think that
It's either
Hold on.
cookies or brownies, man. Because brownies, they're
No.
always like, you know.
Okay, check it. So the unhealthiest bakery item that Starbucks has is an iced lemon pound cake.
Iced. Oh, like glazed? Oh, okay.
Kind of like ice glaze. Yeah, pretty much like that. Goodfellas, you said that sodium is scary. It's like 1 pack of ramen, which is 1,250 milligrams of sodium. Yes, but you don't have to put the entire salt packet in the ramen. I put a little dash. I don't even use all the fucking seasoning in that shit. That shit dangerous. I take a little splash of it, mix it in there, and that's all I need. I don't use the whole thing. Now, the iced lemon pound cake, it is essentially dense butter and sugar masquerading as a light cafe snack. 500 calories, 23 grams of fat, which 13 grams is saturated
For a
fat,
cake?
and 46 grams of sugar.
I'm glad I've always been an ice cream guy. I don't really like cake.
Hold on, and I'm gonna show you that sandwich, that Starbucks sausage cheddar. Hold on. It was sausage and cheddar sandwich. Starbucks sausage and cheddar sandwich. Hold on, let me see what this look like. Oh, what the fuck? It's like an egg McMuffin. There's nothing special about it. What? It features a savory pork sausage patty and a fluffy puffed scrambled egg patty and a slice of melty cheddar cheese served on a toasted.
It's not even big. Is it like hand size?
If it's Starbucks, it's probably not that big. Hold on, let me show you what this shit look like for clarity. This is the unhealthiest thing in Starbucks. That.
But that's like from McDonald's.
Yeah, pretty much. Look at that. Look. Pretty much. Oh God.
Whoa, man, we got a sue for defamation. They stole McDonald's shit.
Oh, it gets even better. This sandwich was once recalled. Yes, this sandwich was recalled back in 2016. Goodfellas, you said, I'm telling you, fast food is poison, straight up. So that sandwich, that is the most, not only the most.
In the morning, just eat 6 eggs. If you're a man, if you're a woman, maybe I don't know how many you want, but 6 eggs and whatever meat of your choice, man. Trust me.
Hold on, I'm trying to see what the recall is. This website won't let me read it, but hold on, we're gonna circumvent that. Because apparently there was a recall on this sandwich back in 2016. Yes. Hold on, I'm gonna get to that real quick because we're gonna start winding down this show. Apparently, the Starbucks sausage, egg, and cheddar cheese breakfast sandwich was subject to a voluntary recall back in March. This is voluntary, so Starbucks just decided to be safe, pull it off the market. In March 2016, due to potential listeria contamination. Ooh, that would have fucked your stomach up. Listeria? Like, who the fuck is catching that?
Yeah,
and then
Wisteria?
you don't want listeria, the sandwich. But that's probably cross-contamination between dairy and the meat.
Yeah.
It's not fermente. No, fermente is not. That's nothing to do with that. Okay, look.
I mean, not fermente, the venti. I forgot we found a new word for it, the venti.
Venti is a size of the drink. Fermented is the type of processing of the drink, of a particular kombucha drink.
Oh, okay.
You got some homework
I
to
gotta
do, my
find a
friend.
new word for it.
Hey, Anna, what's going on? Hey, I am so sorry this show is so early, but this show is pretty damn good. Honestly, the Starbucks, this is going to be a part 1 because we're going to be cutting this show pretty soon. There will be a part 2 tomorrow morning. Well, the next day, obviously, but it's going to be a little bit later so they could get some sleep and hopefully be able to catch it. But that's my executive producer, co-host Anna, just stopping by to say hi. She does her best, man. I know these times are not exactly the best times, but we do the best that we can. But no, you go back to sleep and do what you got to do. And Goodfellas, man, yo, thank you so much, man, for stopping by. And hopefully, if you're on the next episode, which will be part 2, definitely stop by and give us a shout out. We'll talk more shit about Starbucks. And thanks for the gifts, of course, man. And hey, if you're not following Goodfellas, man, he's one of the funniest Italians I know. He does a lot of content on like TV shows and movies. And it does make for really good discussion. It's been a while since I've been on his shit, but definitely, Mikey, give him a follow, man. Definitely show some support. You know, each one help one. That's what I do here, man. Thanks, man, for stopping by, of course.
Sure.
Now, going back to this sandwich. All right, this sandwich is controversial. It was recalled for listeria. Going back to a production plant where I guess they kind of cross-contaminated the meat and the cheese of the sandwich. Because you know it comes pre-packaged. It's frozen. Starbucks just throws it in the microwave or an oven and it's good to go.
Yeah, pretty much every fast food place.
But luckily, no illnesses was reported, and this was recalled around 250 Starbucks locations in Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Texas during March. So luckily, nobody got sick off the sandwiches. Starbucks was good enough to pull the sandwich off the market for a little bit, and then they went back to selling the sandwich. But it is the most unhealthiest sandwich on there. Oh, you're still going to be on, hun? Oh, no, never mind. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Speaking of, like, these frozen, like, where they get the stuff from.
Yes.
Have you ever had chicken from, like, a restaurant, like, or, like, boneless chicken wings or any type of chicken wings, right?
Yes.
They're probably from Tyson. You know, I used to work in
Wait, Bison?
Place. Tyson,
Bison
you know what
like,
Tyson chicken strips?
Oh, Tyson chicken. Yes.
Yeah, like Tyson. They're from, holy fuck, I just messed up. They're from Tyson, though. If you ever, you know, most likely from there.
Oh, yeah, Tyson Chicken. They're one of the biggest chicken producers in the U.S. Oh, yeah, they're everywhere. They're absolutely everywhere. Let me see. Before we wrap up this show soon, there's something else I wanted to read. There were stories. There's conspiracies. Viral drink hacks. There's so much to cover on this show. But
I can't wait to get to the viral drink hacks. I'm probably gonna blow something up.
Well, we can go into it real quick. Let's go into it real quick, and then we'll save the stories and the conspiracies for the part 2 of Starbucks. Hold on. Let's go to viral drink hacks, because a peppermint drink like that, I can only imagine how much more unhealthy you could make a Starbucks drink. Hold on. Starbucks drink hacks. Hold on. Let's see what they got here as far as drink hacks, okay? Wow, they got budget hacks. They have, and this is the type of shit that they follow up on, and they just cut it off. Everybody, because one thing when people come up with these drink hacks, they gotta go online. Nothing is sacred. Oh, if I get more content and likes, if I show people how to do this, now you just fucked it up for everybody. But you already got your likes, so it don't matter. Starbucks drink hacks can help you save money or recreate viral secret menu drinks. Popular money-saving hacks involve ordering iced espresso shots in a large cup and adding your own milk or customizing basic lattes to bypass the price of premium seasonal options. They have the do-it-yourself latte, the water refill trick, the refill policy, and the short cup hack. Now, I don't know. Starbucks is not really big on refills, but I want to read this real quick. It says, if you are drinking in the store, registered Starbucks reward members can get discounted hot or iced coffee tea refills regardless of their original beverage. I didn't know that, but see, you got to have the app. You got to have the app. And then the water refill, order a plain iced tea and ask for no water and extra ice. This gives you a highly concentrated tea base that you can dilute with water or milk later to double your savings. And then, of course, the short cup hack. If you need a quick caffeine boost but don't want to pay the tall prices, order a short-sized cappuccino. It usually contains the exact same amount of espresso as tall, but at a lower price. Wow. I don't know. And it is weird. Hold on.
I hate people for that. You know, that's just, you know, making it work. You know,
I mean, yeah, but now you just
can't
made
hate
it.
anybody for that.
I mean, yeah, you can, but now that just kind of made it hard for everybody, and then yeah. Okay, I can only imagine what the employees dress their drinks up because they can do whatever the fuck they want. But
Like
apparently, the secret menu.
the less fortunate ones want to try Starbucks too. They want to try the concoctions too they see online, man. I mean, you can't really hate them for that, but
I don't want to try none of that shit.
nobody should be doing it either way. Like, if you can afford it or not, man. Like, snap. I still think about this one drink. I just can't get it out of my head. This lady, I'll have to find it again. I'll send it to the group chat, but
Oh yeah, send it to the group chat. Whatever you find that can help with the next episode. Because right now, before we wrap up the show, I got the Starbucks secret menu drinks that people somehow put together. These drinks are custom creations made by combining standard menu ingredients. Instead of asking for a secret name, you need to tell your barista exactly which base drink to start with and the precise customizations to add. For example, Mikey, get ready for this. Butterbeer Frappuccino. Now, how does this work? The Butterbeer Frappuccino, you order a vanilla creme Frappuccino. You add 3 pumps of caramel sugar and 3 pumps of toffee nut syrup.
What is that even? What is 3 pumps of what? What does that mean? 3 pumps?
Oh shit! Oh,
bro, that's crazy.
I'm more concerned about that little yell, whatever the fuck that was in the background when I said 3 pumps of toffee nut. Yes, 3 pumps. Okay, 3 pumps of caramel syrup and 3 pumps of toffee nut syrup.
Wait, can somebody ask for like 24 pumps if they want it pumps like that?
That's a really good question. I don't know what the most amount of pumps you can ask for in a Starbucks drink. Actually, let me Google this real quick. Oh, this is getting good, man.
That's my thing. Like, okay, he wants 3 pumps of whatever. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure that drink, whatever drink he wanted or she wanted, because I'm pretty sure there's a woman getting this drink. But
how do we know this? I mean, more than likely because they are the highest
drinking a butter pecan toffee nut drink, man. This doesn't sound right. If you're a guy you're willingly going out your way, and your girl didn't force you to go get this drink, something's wrong with you. Might be something wrong with you, but there's 100% total is a girl behind this. Now, I'm pretty sure the same drink could be done with 1 pump of toffee nut. Why 3?
It won't taste as good. I don't know, but hold on. We're gonna ask the Googles what's the maximum amount of sugar pumps?
That's the thing. Like, we have to ask ourselves: is there a limit on pumps? Is there?
Oh, we're about to find out. Hold on, I got you. What's the maximum amount of sugar pumps you can get at Starbucks? Hold on. There's no official corporate limit on how many pumps of sugar or syrup you can request when ordering in person. However, the Starbucks app caps individual syrup requests at 12 pumps. In practice, baristas will add as much as you want until the cup is full. So you can just get a whole cup of toffee nut.
Yeah, I might have to do that one day. I might have to do it one day. Like, when I get when I get an excess amount of money, I'm gonna have to do that one day and test it. Like, you could get a cup full of toffee nut. Basically, you can do whatever you want.
You really can. You can. You can get as much fucking toffee nut you want in a coffee, and that shit is insane.
It's like creative. It's like oh fuck. It's like creative battle royale almost.
I mean, I don't get all those sugary drinks from Starbucks. And Zimalek, hey Zimalek, what's going on? Welcome to the Daily Mind Podcast. Good morning to you. How are you?
Show your balls.
What's that?
Show your balls.
You want to see him?
Faggot nigga.
Oh,
nigga, faggot.
Bye.
Show your balls.
That's gay. All right, moving right along. Oh, you gotta love the fucking trolls. But back to the pumps. You can get as much fucking pumps in a coffee that you want, and that shit is insane. So it gave an example of exactly how many pumps you can get on average for the cup, right? So when it comes to hot drinks, if you get a short size, you get 2 pumps. Tall is 3 pumps, grande is 4 pumps, and venti is 5. If you get an iced drink, Three pumps for tall, 4 for grande, 6 for venti, and 7 for trenta. So, but that's the average recommended number of pumps for those drinks. But you can get as much as you want, Mike. 12 pumps is insane.
Like, that is a problem. Like, nobody else sees it. Bro,
Oh, that's a big fucking problem.
I wonder if
That's a big problem.
I'm pretty sure they have this little dragon fruit serum to where you can get as many pumps as you want. And I'm pretty sure like a certain amount of dragon fruit is not healthy for you. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it is.
I mean, check this out, right? 12 pumps of sugar. It says here, if you get the maximum 12 pumps allowed on the app, that adds 60 grams of sugar and an additional 240 calories to your drink. Damn.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Not even to like take on the amount of calories. Like the drinks these people are creating, the drinks the people are creating aren't even like regulated amount of calories. You know, they're adding on probably an extra 1,200 plus calories into these drinks, and that's what I'm saying. Imagine you're somebody that even if you're just somebody that drinks this once a week, you feel like, it was a nice day at work. Let me treat myself to a treat at Starbucks, and this is your order every once a week. You're slowly killing yourself. Like
Pretty much.
$100 and $200 every. Like I know my uncle. You know, he's a hardworking guy. He goes to this place called Bahama Bucks. Gets a little ice cream every. You know, he gets ice cream every week at the end. Only one time a week. There's somebody out there that's getting a drink from Starbucks. They're of their choice. You know, and it's a concoction, and they're drinking this once a week, slowly killing yourself. And I feel like FDA should regulate this or either ban shit.
I mean, it's been FDA approved for some, I don't know how, but it's been
That's what I'm
FDA
saying.
approved, and
Either I have to sue or find out how to like do a class action lawsuit on this shit, but this is crazy, man. Like, how is this not regulated?
oh, you want to hear something crazy? The candy flavored Frappuccino, okay? It's a Skittles Frappuccino. Get ready to become diabetic. You order a strawberry and cream Frappuccino with no classic syrup. From that point, you add 2 to 4 pumps of vanilla syrup and 1 pump of raspberry syrup in a Skittles Frappuccino.
Shit.
Why do you sound like you know Miles, bro?
Listen to what you just said. 5 pumps of
Bro,
vanilla
2 to
and
4
1
pumps
pump
of
of
vanilla syrup. Yes, and 1 pump of raspberry syrup.
what else? That's it.
Yeah, that's it. And then the Twix, you know the candy bar Twix?
Yeah.
The Twix Frappuccino. Okay, you order a caramel frappe, right? That's your base. After that, you add 1 pump of mocha syrup and top with whipped cream and extra caramel drizzle with Java chips. I don't know what the fuck Java
What the
chips
fuck is Java chips? Bro, that's almost the same as boba tea.
Hold on,
What
what's
is boba
Java
tea?
chips?
What is that?
Hold on, let's find out what Java chips is. Hold on. Java chips.
Dog, man, we might actually, and I feel like these are tame. These ones you just named to me are tame compared to the ones I've seen on TikTok.
Oh, the Java chips are small, crunchy bits of flavored confectionery, often used to add texture and flavor to various culinary creations. So they're kind of like, I don't know, how can you describe it? Like little minced pieces of chocolate, I guess, that you kind of sprinkle on a fancy cake or a frappuccino or something of that nature. Yeah, it's nothing crazy. It just adds, I guess it might be sweet.
You know, it's crazy. You drink this, you're probably gonna you're probably gonna go home, go to sleep. Or probably not even be able to go to sleep because you're going to be sitting on the side of your bed for 15 minutes because you wondering
back
why
and
you're
forth like this.
rocking
Back and forth.
You're gonna be wondering why your motherfucking right leg is numb and shit. You can't lift it up to get into bed.
And while you're blind in one eye, you're probably gonna be blind in one eye after drinking these fucking drinks, maybe once or twice. I think so.
I'm saying, man,
and then of course,
and the crazy part about it is that every drink you just named seems tame to the ones I've seen on TikTok, and I can't wait to show those in the chat.
Oh yeah, this is probably the baseline. They're probably doing way crazier shit, and Starbucks don't really care because they make so much money that you
Yeah,
can
I
do
mean,
whatever the fuck. It brings them more business. Actually,
I hate
It
to
inspires
say
them to make
this.
their own flavors.
I hate to say this, but if I was in Starbucks position, well, I don't know about that because Starbucks is damn near Illuminati. But if I had a business, like I feel like if I had a burger spot, because for some reason millennials are the perfect audience for burger spots for some reason. But let's
yeah,
say I
of
could
course.
customize like burgers, like where you want a pound of bacon on your burger, like a bacon cheeseburger, but instead of a bacon cheese, you can get a pound, and it's cheap. That's almost there's no regulation.
Yeah, it's
And
a hack to everything. Listen, if you go to Burger King, not to cut you off, if you go to Burger King, and you know how they say Burger King have it your way. If you can add whatever to your Whopper. You can have the Whopper however you want, but you're gonna pay for it. If you wanted 5 patties on your Whopper, they'll do it, but you're gonna pay for it. They're definitely gonna pay for it, and they don't even got a 5 patty Whopper. The most I've seen is a triple patty Whopper, which I think is crazy to eat. But you can add more shit to it, but you're gonna pay for it.
I never had a
pay for it.
Whopper though. Is a Whopper like? Well, no, I've seen it. It's big. Well, somewhat big, I guess.
It used to be big. I mean, it's still bigger compared to a Big Mac. Definitely bigger than a Big Mac.
Speaking
as
of the
far as
Big
width.
Mac, I finally tried it like a couple months ago, the first time in my life. Why do
Oh, you
people
tried
like
it?
that? Yeah, why do people even like that?
It's a very okay. So real quick on the Big Mac
Why
before we
is
wrap
the
up the
why
show.
is the bread in the middle? Yeah, and I also have the chicken Big Mac. That junk is actually decent. No, it's actually
God,
good. It's like
I
a
was
big chicken
afraid.
nugget. It's like a big
That's
chicken
exactly what it is. I was so afraid, Mikey. Let me tell you something. I was so afraid to try this sandwich. I took one look. Every time I went to McDonald's and seen this sandwich on the drive-thru, I was actually terrified to try it because all I can picture is 2 big ass chicken nuggets in bread.
nugget.
That's
It's
all I can
actually good
picture.
though. Like it was actually
But-
amazing.
In the near future, or in an alternative life, I might try it. Now, I did catch a question from you real quick. You asked, why does the Big Mac have bread in the middle? It's actually been engineered that way so that the sandwich stays together. So the idea of having the bread in the middle is to help to keep the patty and the sauce and the lettuce and the cheese all together on the sandwich. Which is why, in comparison to a Whopper, shit slides off a Whopper, but shit doesn't really slide off a Big Mac. So when you had this Big Mac, was everything sliding off the sandwich?
I mean, I hated the Big Mac. It was so nasty, but it wasn't sliding off, no. But
Right, because the bread is preventing it from sliding off. That's why when they designed the sandwich back in the 60s, because the Big Mac's been around, I believe, since the 1960s, the idea of putting the bread was genius. It just keeps the sandwich together.
I don't know if I'm tripping though. I don't like the Big Mac. The meat is thinner or something like that. I don't know what it's.
They're all thin. It's okay. So Lamar, what's going on? I'm gonna get back to that in a minute. We got Lamar.
Whopper for him.
Yeah, he likes the Whopper. Say the Whopper. I think I like the Whopper better than the Big Mac, but people like the Big Mac because of the sauce, the Big Mac sauce.
I mean,
you
I
can
just
make at
prefer the
home.
quarter pounder. I'd rather
Quarter
get
pounder
that.
is my go-to. Double quarter pounder, those are my go-tos. But
Yep.
the Whopper, I was about to say something. I was about to make a point. The Whopper used to be a lot bigger. The Big Mac used to be bigger. Oh, no, that's what I meant to talk about. The patties of the Big Mac. So the Big Mac is basically 2 patties, right? I believe it's basically a quarter pounder patty just sliced in half. They're pretty thin. Like I said
Yeah.
before, the Big Mac used to be a hell of a lot bigger. The Whopper used to be big. It used to be like the size of my fucking palm. The size of my palm, the Big Mac and the Whopper used to be. But even today, after they shrunk both of those sandwiches down a little bit, the Whopper is still bigger. The Whopper is still bigger. Now, Lamar, real quick, welcome to the show, man. Lamar, I know him for a while. He comes around from time to time. Lamar, real quick, today's episode is on Starbucks. Before we wrap up the show, I feel like I have to ask you the question about Starbucks. Are you good with Starbucks? Is Starbucks a go or no go? Because that's what today's episode is. It's part 1. Tomorrow, the next day, will be a part 2 of Starbucks. And that's what we're talking about. We're going over some questions about Starbucks, some of the most unhealthiest and healthiest products. We went over the history. We made fun of Starbucks. I think we turned Mikey into a believer of Starbucks. He's actually said that he's going to go to Starbucks and try it out. He's actually this is the same guy.
I'm gonna try it. Yeah.
I'm more shocked that you tried the chicken Big Mac, which I don't know how the fuck anybody could eat that. And Lamar, you said, "Oh my God, hell no, too pricey for nothing." And you can say the size raw, and they'll crucify you. You know what? You know, it's a little tidbit, a little conspiracy. Real quick, I'll give you one nugget of a conspiracy that they had about
That's another
Starbucks.
thing. You know, the community of Starbucks people. I remember I was talking to this girl. I said something wrong about. She was like, "No, it's a venti." I was like, "Man, what are you even talking about?" You know?
Because Starbucks customers is part of a cult. I
It's a
truly
cult,
believe
yeah.
Starbucks is a cult, dude. You're right. If you get anything wrong on that menu, if you even pronounce shit in uncapitalized letters, you're gonna get fucked up. You'll get
You know, I say
crucified.
fermente for the shock value when they because I know it's actually not called fermente. I just say it because
Oh,
it's funny.
that's just gonna piss somebody off. That's
Yeah.
gonna piss somebody off. But let me give you one conspiracy theory about Starbucks, and I'm gonna leave the rest for the next show. So apparently, you know how sometimes Starbucks misspells people's names? Apparently,
They
they
do?
do it on purpose. Okay, so sometimes when they write your name on a cup, it's been said that some people have gotten their drinks back and that these drinks, the names were misspelled wrong. But it turns out that some people think that Starbucks is doing that on purpose.
They can't spell. They hire people that can't spell.
No. I'm about
Or
to.
can't
It's going to
read.
make all this. No, it's going to make all the sense in the world when I read this to you, and it has actually worked. I've seen this tactic actually work. So the one theory, the misspelled names marketing scheme. A popular internet theory claims that Starbucks baristas intentionally butcher customers' names. The premise suggests that this is a brilliant, low-cost marketing strategy. When people find a hilarious misspelling on their cup, what do? They take a photo and post it on social media, giving the company free, widespread advertising. While baristas and company representatives have largely attributed the errors to the noisy environment and chaotic rushes, some former employees have learned into the fun by confirming the occasional play along. So, like Lamar, you said, "Oh my God, yes, my name is Lamar," and they call me Amar. I don't even know
You
how
know-
you fuck that, or where's the L?
I don't really
get an
think
L
that's
for not putting
smart,
an L.
man. I think that's
Well,
a class action lawsuit right there.
For misspelling somebody's name? I don't
Yeah,
think
disrespect.
so.
I would say, yo, can you get my cup? Can you write the right name on it? You know, don't write
think about it.
bullshit.
Well, I mean, look, it makes sense. Now, Starbucks claims that they don't play into this, but there's no denying, and they never denied that it gives them business. Now, how many people have you seen on the news or whatever, or a Starbucks cup that went viral because somebody's name was misspelled or it has something derogatory on it? It gives Starbucks business. People
I mean,
like the idea of little things like
Not
that.
Starbucks, but I've for sure seen. I don't know if you've seen that one video of that one kid. I think it was Chick-fil-A. They caught him little ugly dude, and yeah, it was on the news and etc. So
It's like that
Right.
Chick-fil-A girl that did that weird funny face and she, tried to look all cute and shit, try to get a little 15 minutes of fame and shit like that. It's things like that brought people into Chick-fil-A. It's little dumb things like that people post on social media. You know who I'm talking about, Lamar, that one chick that worked at Chick-fil-A with the big eyes and she did that stupid little face. Well, yeah, it brought more people. Now I think she's doing something to try to stay relevant because, that ship has sailed. She made her little money, got her little fans, and that
yeah,
shit's
she's
gone.
seen
That shit's gone. All right.
Yeah.
But hey, before we wrap up this show, listen, I wish I could fit more into the show, but that's perfect. We will save part 2. We're going to have barista stories from people that worked at Starbucks, customer stories, and then we'll go more into conspiracies. I figure I'd give you guys a sneak little peek. Now, what I'm looking at, there's not a lot of conspiracies on Starbucks. There's a few, even going to anti-communism, but that's a whole nother story. We'll get more into that as time going along. Meanwhile, I got to give my shout outs. We had a nice little light show today. Didn't have a lot of traffic, but we had some traffic. Starting from the boxes, shout out to Blue Tiger, aka Mikey. This show, this had you in mind. You kind of inspired this show, and now we're gonna do a part 2 where we hope to have maybe a little bit more people, but it's all good. It's all good. And of course, shout out to Lamar, aka Lamar from Philly, now living in Bmore. A shout out to Lamar, man. Hopefully all is good. Shout out to Goodfellas 771, my executive producer Anna, who popped by just for a split second, but it's always good. She's always a face to see. Always looking forward to her on the show. Also, shout out to that one troll that passed by on the chat, called me the N-word. Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you. You're giving me publicity. And also, shout out to my wife, Ampy. I love trolls, dude.
Rio was
no
here
fucking
too
lie.
for a second, but he didn't say
Rio
anything.
was here, which is surprising because he was making a lot of noise about the time of the show, but he wasn't on the show. But shout out to Rio, of course, stopping by on the show for a little brief second. It's all good. Shout out to Goodfella771 out of Connecticut or Mass, I think Connecticut. Ampy, of course, my wife and co-producer. And then who else we had on the show passing by? We didn't have many people, but it's all good. People that stopped by. Yeah, I think that's basically it. But anyway, y'all, hey, thank you so much for stopping on the show. Guest, family, and trolls alike. And we will do a part 2 coming soon. So meanwhile, enjoy the rest of your morning. Mikey, thanks for taking the time to be on the show. Once again, Anna Lamar. And we will do this again, part 2 next time. We're getting into the stories, conspiracies, and whatever else we can find about Starbucks. Maybe we might go viral for it. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe so. Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, have a good one, everybody. We'll do this again next time. Peace. And enjoy
Have a good one,
the
guys.
rest.
Have a good one.
All right, you too. And enjoy the rest of your day. Later. Ciao.
Gotta do some schoolwork. All right.
Get to school.